Tazria-Metzorah, Shishi. Now, Shishi is going to begin with taras on houses. We already said the other day that taras can come in three forms: on the human being himself, on his clothing, and on his houses. On his houses will create an issue. That means he's going to have to clear out the house, break down the house, and stuff like that. There are a couple of excellent lessons that I think even Rashi says right here, right away, Pasuk Lamed Daled. Rashi says that this was a positive thing. We look at things as negative in life. You know what was positive? That the foreign nations, when they knew the Jews were coming to conquer Israel, what they did was they hid some of the gold and wealth within their walls, within their ground. And when the Jews came and took over the houses, they were unaware of what was below. They didn't realize they were wealthy people. So what Hashem would sometimes bring a taras in the house, you'd have to scrape up the walls, dig up the ground a little bit, and through that they would find the pleasures. They'd find the diamonds and the gold and the jewelry. It shows, again, what we're saying. You don't realize when you should be happy, when you should be sad. Hashem is taking care of you. The Talmud brings down a story of a person walking and crying, he's poor, and the angel telling Shlomo Melech, he doesn't realize right where he is standing, underneath where he is standing, is billions of dollars. We have to recognize we have the chance to make billions of dollars on every mitzvah we do. It's actually, as a cute thing, it's a little bit of a story, a little bit different than we normally do. After the war, World War II, when the Jewish refugees and survivors were going back to their old towns, all the non-Jews took over their houses. They were not letting the Jews take their houses back. It was not a free fall. And many Jews suffered after the war was over by the local Ukrainians and Poles and Hungarians and Machshamam, these people. They stole houses. But there were a few bright spots. Overall, obviously, the Holocaust was terrible. A few bright spots. There were some rabbis who knew this Rashi, and they would come back to their house and they would want to get their house back. And of course, the bandit, the guy who stole the house, would say, "You can't come into the house. It's mine now. Get out of here. I'll take a bat to your head." And times they really killed Jews even after the war. So once in a while, the rabbis would respond. They said, "Listen, give me 5 minutes in the house. I just buried something there and I want to get it back from after the war." Of course, the non-Jew would be excited and say, "Of course I'm not going to let you go into the house." And he would throw him out even faster. And then the rabbi would walk away. But 3 days later, he'd come back. You know what the non-Jew did to his ill-gotten house? He had torn it apart because he was hoping the Jew had kept gold and silver and diamonds in there. So the non-Jew destroyed his stolen house, thinking the Jew had buried treasure when the Jew had not buried any treasure there. So it's a little bit of a bright spot. On the next pasuk, very, very, very important, it says that you bring to the kohen, and you come to the kohen, and you should say, something like an affliction has appeared. Kinega. Rashi says, even a person who knows something is bad, don't say nega, say kinega. It looks bad. It's a lesson in life. Things look bad for us many times. We don't know the whole story. We only get a small glimpse of the picture on the puzzle. There's much bigger events going on, and many times what we think is bad is good. When we think we got taras in a house, we're digging it up and it's really gold. Many, many times. I would say all times it's true. Many times we're going to notice it later on that what appeared to be a negative in our life turned out to be a great positive. After the leg of taras, this is a long one, we're going to start the process of learning about the emissions that come out of a person. Some people have emissions that come out of them, and it makes them contaminated, and this will be more as well tomorrow as well, but we will learn about these laws on some level when we're reading the Chumash. Thank you.